If you haven't been keeping up with the trades of social media, some big news dropped on Wednesday night. Sandman fans, rejoice. The series has officially been renewed for its second season. The renewal comes after a now deleted tweet from DC Comics' official Twitter page, which broke the news earlier than planned. Netflix then went ahead and confirmed the news in a short video. The video features Dream's signature helm emerging from sand, followed by the tagline, "The Dream Continues." Neil Gaiman, the writer of the original comic book series and an executive producer on the show, also confirmed the news on social media. Gaiman posted Netflix's video along with a short statement. He wrote, "The rumors are true. Netflix is thrilled that so many of you have been watching Sandman, and the thing we were all hoping would happen has indeed happened. If that's not enough to make you squeal with excitement, then I don't know what will do it for you. The Sandman's coming back!" For a while, the show's future seemed uncertain, especially since they waited almost 3 months to reveal Sandman's fate on the streaming service. It felt like the show was in limbo, just like Orpheus when he was trapped in that prison for decades. Okay, it wasn't that long, but it felt that way. Despite it becoming the #1 show on the streamer since it premiered on the 5th of August, it wasn't enough to solidify the renewal. Neil Gaiman even addressed it when fans reached out to the author on social media. He said, and I quote, "Because Sandman is a really expensive show, and for Netflix to release money to let us make another season, we have to perform incredibly well. So yes, we've been the top show in the world for the last 2 weeks. That still may not be enough. I appreciated Gaiman giving us an honest answer, rather than giving us false hope, only to inadvertently be disappointed if Netflix had pulled the plug. There was no assurance in his responses at the time, and the longer it took to hear any news about the show's renewal, fans became increasingly worried about the show, and rightfully so. It's Netflix. They are known for cancelling prolific shows after 1 season. The longer they take to announce a renewal for a new or old show, it's more than likely it will end up being cancelled, regardless of its popularity. Thankfully, Sandman didn't get the chop, or they would be held to pay. Netflix for once you made a good call. It's a win for the fans who supported the show, and everyone involved in bringing it to life. Now we'll get more of Tom Sturridge, who played Dream of the Endless / Morpheus, and the amazing cast who supported the actor. People will mostly heap praise on Neil Gaiman, since he created the Sandman, but he's not the only person who is instrumental to the show's success. There's David S. Goyer, who executive produced the series, and most importantly Alan Heinberg, the showrunner. Collectively, they adapted a show that was deemed impossible to make. Unless you're a hardcore Sandman fan, you wouldn't know that the show has had a long uphill battle just to get made. Neil Gaiman and many creatives over the years have tried their hardest to adapt the comics to live action, but it seemed like an impossible task. The project ended up being stuck in development hell for a long time, almost 3 decades, until Netflix came in and footed the bill. No other company was willing to invest the amount of money the creatives needed to make the show. It's a good thing Netflix are in the business of acquiring new IP to boost their platform, and they have the money to burn. The Sandman had a huge budget. According to reports, it cost Netflix $15 million per episode. Overall, it amounts to $165 million for an entire season of 11 episodes. It was well worth their investment because the show is a bona fide hit for the streamer. This is one of the best fantasy shows on television, and easily one of the best shows of the year. People who don't even like comic book shows have fallen in love with Sandman, because it's that good of a show. Okay, let's discuss some tidbits relating to Season 2. Even before the show was renewed, I'm sure they had a roadmap of what they wanted to explore going into the next season. Given that the show has stuck closely to the source material and their overall story arc for Dreams' character, I don't see them diverting from that path. In Season 1, they cover the entirety of 2 story arcs. The first half of the show adapted Preludes and Nocturnus, and the second half The Doll's House. Altogether, that's the first 16 issues of the comics. The Sandman series as a whole is made up of 75 issues. It seems like Season 2 will be adapting the next 2 to 3 arcs in the Sandman comic book series. The bonus episodes Dream of a Thousand Cats and Calliope, which was released after the first season, was part of a new arc called Dream Country. They only adapted the first 2 stories in a 4-issue series, which leaves 2 more stories to be told at some point in the upcoming season. That will be followed by 2 major story arcs. First there's Season of Mist, and then another arc titled A Game of You. I won't explain what those story arcs entail, because it would be giving away major plot points. If you want to learn more about the upcoming story arcs for Season 2, I've linked the books you can check out in the description below. If the first season left you wanting more from the show's lore, then you'll get that in abundance. I won't spoil some of the surprises for you, but you can expect to see more of Gwendolyn Christie's Lucifer, who still has unfinished business with the King of Dreams. Some minor and supporting characters introduced in the first season will also get expanded roles in the upcoming season. By far the biggest expectation going into season 2 is seeing Dreams' family. The Endless who were mentioned or teased throughout the show. We met Dead played by Kirby Howell Baptiste, who appeared on the show for arguably one of the best episodes of the season. Then there's Desire and Despair, played respectively by Mason Alexander Park and Donna Preston, who served as the overarching villains of the show. They will be returning along with a new set of actors, who will play Destiny, Destruction and Delirium, the remaining siblings of the group. It might be some time before the cast is announced, since production hasn't officially started on the show just yet. It took roughly a year to film the first season, which was hampered due to the pandemic. Since it's November, it's likely they will start production on the show early next year, which will mean the show won't hit our screens until 2024 or 2025 the latest. I can't see it arriving in 2023, given the scope of season 2. It's going to be a long wait, but in the meantime I highly recommend checking out the comics. It remains to be seen if they will stick to the same creative team as season 1, but hopefully everyone will return to work on the new season. I'll be keeping an eye out on the entertainment trades and other sources to see if there's any news or updates on the show in the upcoming months. So stay tuned right here on the channel for more The Sandman news. So did you enjoy the first season of The Sandman? What are your thoughts on Netflix renewing the show for its second season? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways folks, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please feel free to subscribe, like and comment below. And hey, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea. And that's okay. Just remember to take care and stay safe.